Anda oleh Akademi YouTuber Malaysia, sebuah inisiatif e-didik Malaysia dan Kelab Guru Malaysia. Tumpukan perhatian anda, siaran langsung akan bermula sebentar lagi. Link sijil akan diberikan di hujung siaran ini. Pastikan diisi dalam tempoh yang ditetapkan. Terima kasih.
Hello. Hi there, everyone. Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon. Welcome to Pusat Tuisyen Academy YouTuber, a joint venture with e-didik Malaysia and Kelab Guru Malaysia. Bermula percuma, selamanya percuma. Before we proceed, let us begin our session with the recitation of Kitab Al-Fatihah. And for the non-Muslim, please recite your prayers according to your religion. Okay, so how is everyone doing today? My prayer that everyone is doing fine and ready to start the lesson. I am Cikgu Zana, your moderator for today's class. And together with me in the Conti is our control host, Madam Rusmaya. Hi there, Madam Rusmaya. Our observer, Madam Fizi. Hi there, Madam Fizi. And the most important person of the day, Teacher Emily Lim Ye Im, aka Teacher Im from College Tingkatan 6 Tapah Perak. Hi there, Teacher Im. Okay, for the record, we are now live on Teachers Im channel. So as a sign of support to Teachers Im for her hard work in preparing today's lesson, please subscribe to her channel. Not forgetting, okay, ours too. Okay, as usual, the lesson will last approximately for 1 hour and please follow the class up until the end. And please give your full cooperation in making this class a lively one. Please take note, the certificate link will be given at the end of the session. Besides this, don't forget to claim your credit for today's live class. Collect the credit to redeem the attractive prizes prepared for you in store. The link to claim the credit and the presenter username will also be given at the end of the session. However, students, please be alert as the 4-digit code to claim your credit will be announced 1 digit at a time during the live class. So get ready with your paper and pen. Okay, I would also like to remind students to use appropriate language and also use appropriate profile picture if you wish to post comment on the chat box. I'm pretty sure all of you here are excellent students who will uphold a positive classroom environment. Okay, students, stay focused. And if you have any questions, please write on the chat box and Teacher Im will try to provide you with the answers. So without further ado, please welcome Teacher Im.
Hi everyone. It's me again here, and today we are going to go for some question which is very easy and you have already learned in your during Form 5, okay, during your Stpm. Right, so like usual, this is Academy YouTuber and that's the place where we provide you with lessons which are free, okay? And we have a playlist all about Form 6 and matriculation lessons in this playlist where we have almost 364. I think the playlist already increased by 365 videos inside the playlist already, all SPM physics math lesson. And oops, too fast. This one is our math special for calculus, okay, especially for calculus only. And I think the video also increased already. There's 62 videos inside there, and we have a lot of viewers inside there, okay? And we have this one, okay? This one is from our Madam Fizi. That's my pemerhati down there. Okay, she has a accounts and economy class. All right, so you can introduce her to your friends. And we have the physics control class controlled by Madam Rosmaya. That's the one control host today. Okay, so her class will be in your channel coming to your way. Okay, this tomorrow 5 o'clock. Correct, Miss Madam?
Yes.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. Tomorrow 5 o'clock Sunday. Her first physics free class. You should be there. Okay. And then we have the biology class and of course chemistry class, which you all already attended, I'm sure. And of course, my team of maths teacher. I hope you like us. Okay. Now, today we are going to go for equation of tangent and normal. Why is the slide jumping? Oh, okay.
It's
So
going fast.
yeah, it's going auto. I think I have to reset it later. Never mind. Okay. These questions, the equation of tangents and normals, not much of came out, but every time it came out, the marks was like 7 to 8 marks. Okay, it is good marks. All right, it's easy question, good marks. But today I'm going to discuss some special questions. So if for those of you which already got the question, I hope you have already done it. It is there are also some very interesting questions which we will discuss today about this tangent and normals. Okay, so you know from your Form 5, tangent is that red line, okay, and normal is that blue line. So before I continue, because this is Form 5 syllabus, well, before I continue, I would like you all to tell me what is the two most important details that you need when finding the equation of tangent and equation of normal. Can you please hit the chat box and tell me what are the two most important details that you need to have before you can calculate or find the equation of tangent and normal? Yes? Can you tell me?
Hit the chat box.
Hit the chat box. There's 23 of you all. I'm sure you know the answer.
Yes.
Come on. Type. Come on, I need to see some answers.
So what must you find first in order to get the equation of
What are
tangent
the
and normal?
things that you need to know before you can get the tangent, equation of tangent, and what yes, okay, very good. I have first answer there. Yes, you need the gradient. All right, very good. Okay, very good, Catherine. Very good, Tan. You have one of the thing is the gradient. What else? What are the second thing that we need? We need two very important. Yes, Mandy hit it all. The gradient and the coordinates. We need one gradient and we need one coordinate. Okay?
Yes.
Next one, of course, we need one more thing, which are a very important too. Which formula? Do you remember? Is it hard to type in the chat box? Which formula do you need when you are doing the answer? Which one? When we are writing the equation of tangent and normal, what is the important thing? Tell me.
What's the formula? How to get the equation?
Is it too hard to type? Nah, never mind. I'll show you. Okay. I don't want to waste your time. Okay, so that is the equation of tangent that I'm going to need. Y minus y1 equals to mx minus x1. And the equation that I'm going to deal with is the dy. I need the gradient. Okay, just now you all say we need the gradient. Yes, you are correct. Yes, Shui is correct. Mandy is correct. We need the coordinates and the gradient, and Catherine is correct. We need the gradient, and we will get the gradient from dy dx. Next thing that we need is another one. which is the curve? Okay, yes, Tan, very good. We will get to that later. We need a point, okay? We need a point. And remember, guys, remember that the points must be a point on the curve. Okay, it has to be a point on the curve before we can calculate the coordinate, the equation of gradient or tangent, gradient or equation of tangent or normal on that curve. Okay, so the points have to be on the curve. Next one is we need the M1, M2 formula, which Tan just wrote in the chat box. And that is something that we are going to adjust from the gradient of tangent, and we are going to apply it into the gradient or as the gradient of normal. And that's the formula, okay? And the equation of normal is something that we have from that same formula that we had just now. Okay, so that's the equation of tangent and normal that we have.
Teacher Im,
Again.
sorry to interrupt. Can you give us the first digit code?
Yes, sure. The first digit code of the code that you can claim is 7. Okay, the first digit code is 7. All right, let me continue. Okay, next thing that you need to know. When you look at the question, it is very important to look for keywords that can help you answer the question. Okay, so some of the keywords will be gradient of tangent is parallel to the x-axis. Or sometimes they will use the word tangent has a horizontal gradient, or tangent has 0 gradient, or even the words the equation of tangent has gradient parallel to y equals to a. All these keywords that I have, of course, they can give you other keywords, but these keywords are giving you the idea that dy dx is equals to 0. Okay, so those are the keywords that we need. All right, next of it will be another set of keywords. Okay, another set of keywords where we have gradient of tangent is parallel to the y-axis. Okay, or they can write tangent has a vertical gradient. Vertical gradient, remember that word? Last week, our teacher Eileen used that word and she asked you all, what actually does that mean? Okay, and then our teacher Eileen asked everybody to type in the chat box what it meant, and you all could not answer. So today I specify that tangent has a vertical gradient. That is the formula that you need to deal. dy dx are undefined. Okay, sometimes they will also say the tangent is parallel to the x-axis, or the equation of tangent has infinity slope. Okay, the word slope in the question means infinity gradient. Slope, if you look, you see slope in the equation in the question, it means the gradient. Okay, so they can use infinity slope. Means your dy dx is equals to infinity. It can be negative infinity or positive infinity. I also want to specify one thing, okay? When you see the dy dx equals to undefined, okay, or infinity, you are telling the they are telling you that the denominator here is equals to 0. So whenever this type of question come out, they are actually trying to give you a clue to find the coordinates, so to find the x. So you just take the denominator equals to 0 and you write the x. Okay, with that x, you can use it to put it into your the equation and you will get your y. Okay, but I need to tell you dy dx equals to undefined or infinity does not mean it does not exist. So if you see dy dx does not exist, this word, you should know that the equation of tangent does not exist. Means there is no equation of tangent at all inside the curve. Okay, so these two is not the same. Okay, undefined means it's positive infinity or negative infinity, but does not exist means they don't have at all. Okay, remember that. So those are the keywords that you need to take care when you answer this question. Okay, so I will continue to our next one. The first question, for those who already have the answer, just hold on to it. Why I'm giving you the question first before I do this one? Because I want you all to do the question, so you just mark, tick, 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 and see if you get the correct answer. So this is the question. The equation of tangent line to the curve are described, typing error there, by typing error, okay, described by this equation when x equals to 3 and y equals to 1. So do you have the details? Do you know what to do? So we know already we need these few things. Just now you mentioned we need one gradient, we need one point, and they gave you the details, and we need the equation. So let's jump to it, right? We are going to do this implicitly with respect to x, because our equation, we can do it implicitly. Or if you feel, teacher, I don't want to do this implicitly with all the, I want to break, I want to expand the thing and then do, it's up to you. Okay, how you do it, but it is implicit because you got y here. Okay, so I'm going to do this implicitly with the chain rule played in. So the product rule played in. So 2 times 2, I have 4. You have the equation here. All right, that is the equation copied, and then index minus 1. So that is the product rule that I used just here. And then I use the implicit differentiation, x squared, differentiate, I get 2x. Y squared, I differentiate, I get 2y because of the y implicit, Zana's class, remember the other day? So you have your dy dx at the side. Then you have your 25 copied down. Differentiate x squared, you get 2x, and you differentiate y squared, you got 2y dy dx. Okay, I'm done there. All right, so now the next thing Zana already taught you is you want dy dx, you need to rearrange the whole thing. You need to rearrange the whole set so that you will get the answer to dy dx. So I will shift and shift and shift so that it will become dy dx. So what actually I will do? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this whole thing, I'm going to multiply inside here 2x, and I'm going to take this whole thing and I'm going to multiply over here. So I get 8y. Okay? Oh, Catherine. All right. I pass the questions to the Telegram group, the mathematics Telegram groups, okay, and to the teachers, okay, to all the teachers in mathematics teachers group. If the PDF, I did not put it in the description box, so later I will put it in the description box, okay, Catherine? Later I will put it in the description box. If you did not get it, tell me. I will put it in the description box later. All right. I continue. Right. So now I have the dy dx one side. So I will arrange all the dy dx to one side and all that doesn't have dy dx to the other side. Okay. So once I got that, all right. Once I got that, then I will factorize this value come out, right? I will factorize, right? This, oh yes, Cikgu Shafiq is there. Yes, in his group, I've already put the value, the PDF. So you can check it there, Catherine. So these two, I factorize it out. So you will have the answer as so. Okay, so I factorize everything. Okay, once I'm done with that, the Cikgu Zana told you all have to shift to one side. Okay, so I'm going to shift everything to one side over here. Everything will be shift into one side, and given x equals to 3 and y equals to 1, given inside the question, I'm going to dump that inside my dy dx, and I will get my gradient. And remember, the gradient that you get is actually gradient of tangent. Okay, so now this gradient of tangent, you will ask me, teacher, do I need to write like so many times? No, actually no. When you write, for example, if you write the equation gradient of tangent, okay, when given x equals to 3 and y equals to 1, then you don't need to repeat so many times. Okay, so you later I will show you how you write your answer so that you can save time and make it. But of course, all these steps you have to follow. Okay, during exam you have to do the implicit very, very carefully so that you can get to the answer. Okay, any question? Any problem? Those who have the answers already can just tell me what's the answer of the equation inside the chat box. All right,
Yes,
because I
okay.
know some of you already done the question when you receive the PDF. I have very, very hard working because I got student PM me already when I put the PDF inside the question. After 1 hour, somebody PM, teacher, can I have the answer? Well, the answer you need to check it here. So you mean Malaysian math students are so
Yes.
hardworking. Okay, so for
Okay.
those who already done the question, please tell me the answer inside the chat box.
Yeah.
Yes, try and see what's the answer inside the chat box, and
Yes,
I
please
will
write the
go.
answer.
Yeah, you
All right.
just type the answer, and I will show. Of course, I will also show the answer here. Okay, because I want to go fast. I got 8 questions inside the PDF, and I want to finish them all. Okay, so we are going to put the coordinates that they gave, x equals to 3 and y equals to 1, and the gradient into this equation. Okay, into this equation, and I'm going to get. Nobody have the answer? Can you write the answer in the chat box? I'm sure you all got the answer already.
Yeah.
Those who already done, got the answer, can just check the answer. So that is the equation that I'm going to put. And all the equations, you can write it in the format y equals to mx plus c, or you can write it in this format. Okay, if you want your answer to be beautiful. But sometimes I have to tell you students that inside the question, they will mention they want it in general form, or they want it in the form of intercept form, or they want it into y equals to mx plus c form. Sometimes they will tell in the question. Okay, so you yourself have to read the question. Make sure don't go and be careless and lose that 1 marks. So sometimes they will tell you inside the question what form they want the question to be, the answer to be. Okay, what form they want the answer to be. Okay, we go to the next question. Okay, let's go to the next question. In this next question, it is stated the curve of a parametric equation. They give you 2 equations. They give you some kind of domain where you need to calculate the theta later. Intersects the y-axis at A, and then I have these 2. Okay, so I have already put the clue on for those who have not tried the question, I already put the clue inside the box here. So we are going to settle the dy dx. Okay, so Cikgu Eileen last week already gave you the parametric equation. If you have not seen the free class on parametric equation, please do check it out. Okay, so now we have the dy dx, and then dy d theta. Okay, I use theta here, right? So don't miss. Okay, exam the time. Let's say if inside your brain, your formula is dy dx, but inside the calculation, the equation they gave you is dy d theta. If you made a mistake by rewriting 5 secant x and then 5 secant x tangent x, they will minus you 1 mark. Okay, so be careful about that. All right, so I see somebody already got answer. So dy dx will be, that is a long one. So that is not, we can wait for the answer. This is not my answer yet. So this is the answer for just this part. Okay, remember inside the question they ask you to show. So you cannot leave your answer in this part yet. All right. So dy dx, you cannot leave your answer here. This is the answer that they ask you to show. So you have to get until that position. So what I did is this secant, I can simplify with the secant here. This tangent, I change to sine over cos. And then I have to remember my mathematics trigo, SEM 1, that sine 1 over cos is actually secant theta. So that will cancel out. And because the square root of 3 is on top, so I know I need to multiply with square root of 3 over square root of 3. And then only I can add the question because they ask you to show. So I have written that shown. Yay! I finished the first part. But there is a second part of the question. Find the equation of normal. Okay, I continue. So the equation of normal that I'm going to have here, right? The equation of normal, they gave you a clue. It intersects the y-axis at A. Okay, they intersect the y-axis at A. So just now we have the gradient, but we don't have a value. So from the clue there, we are going to calculate the coordinates. Just now we say we need two things, the gradient and the coordinates. So that is the clue for us to hit the coordinates. So the curve intersect the y-axis at A, and then I will put this x equals to 0 inside here and use my your SEM 1 idea or trigonometry, chapter 1, and then you will fill in and remember the range that they give you is from negative pi over 2 until pi over 2, so I only have one answer. You can use the triangle to help you. Okay, you can use the triangle, so you get theta equals to negative pi over 6. All right, so I will break here for a while and I will let Cikgu Maya play the iklan. We
Before that,
try and find that values. Okay, try and find that value of coordinates. Try to find the coordinates while the iklan is played. Yes, Cikgu Zanaria, the second code
second
will be
digit code.
9. The second code will be 9. Cikgu Maya, iklan for you. 9.
Iklan.
Okay, 9. 9.
Wow, banyaknya hadiah menarik menanti anda. Wah, kini Akademi YouTuber mengambil inisiatif baru di mana memberikan hadiah-hadiah ini secara percuma. Ya, percuma kepada anda semua. Bagaimana caranya? Dengan mengikuti kelas tuition online percuma Akademi YouTuber sambil mengutip mata kredit, anda dapat menukarkannya dengan hadiah-hadiah yang menarik ini. Tunggu apa lagi? Segalanya percuma. Jangan lepaskan peluang tau. Dah dapat banyak hadiah menarik, takkan nak lepaskan peluang. Layari www.academyyoutuber.com sekarang untuk maklumat lanjut.
Dibawakan kepada anda oleh Akademi YouTuber.
Okay, we are back. Okay, Teacher A.
Oh, nice prize for you to collect from the code. So we have 7 and 9. So wait for the 2 more, okay? So most of you should have the answer already, but nobody are hitting the chat box because it's hard to type. Yeah, it's hard to type, okay? It's hard to type. So you have this, so you will put it inside and you will get your coordinate of y, okay? It's going to be, I also don't know the group. Okay, can teacher, Cikgu Shafiq, you can share your group, Telegram group link here so that the students can know, or maybe later I will put it in the chat, in the description box. Okay, sabar. Right. So you have this y, and you have to mention that is the coordinate of A. So you have to write the coordinate of A is 0, 10, square root 3 over 3. All right, I'm done with that. So I will move on. We know that other than the coordinates, we need the equation of normal. So that is the coordinates that the theta that I have. I need to calculate my dy dx into the values. Okay, so that is my gradient ready to be used. Okay, so you will take the negative pi over 6 that you calculate just now from the theta, and then you will change it. You can use the triangle to help you. Okay, pi over 6, you know what angle is that. Use the values and then put it inside and calculate your dy dx. Okay, so now that you have the equation of the normal, okay, you wanted equation of normal, so I'm going to use the formula and then set in the gradient of normal. Okay, so I set in the gradient of normal. Yes, last week Cikgu Aileen say terbalikkan. So actually we just alternate it and we will get 6 over 5 over 3. Same rule, put it in and get it done. Okay, so and then remember your answer shouldn't have a square root at the bottom. So I multiply by square root of 3 over square root of 3 and then I get it done. All right. Okay, so that is the gradient of normal. So now I can concentrate on my equation of normal. All right, so that is the equation formula. I will take everything, I will dump it inside, and then I will make it beautiful by rearranging this value and then making sure that you have the equation set into the format that they want in the question. All right, so then you maybe some of you will be teacher, so many square root. Oh my God, how am I going to answer it during exam? Okay, the square roots are from the triangle. I didn't show the triangle, but in SEM 1 you learn the triangle where you have 30, 60, and 90. If you want a video on that, you can tell me in the description box or the chat box. I will get it for you, a video on how to calculate things with all this square root. Okay, no problem. Cikgu Zana will do it. Cikgu Aileen will do it. You just tell us what you need. Okay, for this question, the good news is, if you are very afraid of square root, you can actually find the answer of theta in radian form in decimal places. Okay, but it has to be in 3 or 5 decimal places until 3 to 5, no less than that. If you put in 2 decimal places, we will minus you 1 mark. Okay, for this question, yes, you can do it inside in form of decimal places, but it is not advisable. Okay, it's not advisable because sometimes this value of the square root is useful when you cancel out the number. Okay, but sometimes students are very confused with the square root and they tend to put the answer in decimal places. Yes, you can, but not advisable. Okay, right, next. Next, third question, right? Now, please give me the answer in 1 second. All right, this question looks like it is a product rule, but be careful. You don't use product rule here because you can get the answer of dy dx in this question very fast. You just multiply it in and you will differentiate to x. Okay, don't go and use product rule, guys. This one can simplify. When you look at your question, please make sure everything is perfect. Okay. Hello, Cikgu Aini. All right. Now, what you have here, the gradient of tangent. So what you need to tell me, what is x? Please, everybody hit the chat box. It's a super easy.
Yeah, let's check
and
one
let's
one
check
letter.
and let's check. Let's check if you know what is x.
Yeah.
Let's
Simple
check if
gradient
you
of
know
tangent
what
when
is
x
x.
equal.
X equals to...
Jeng, 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 jeng.
Come on.
Drum roll. Read the question.
Read the question and tell me what is X. Come on, everybody hit the chat box.
Yeah.
So many
the
of
answer
you
is in the
here.
question. Okay, Luis has answered 1.
1.
Yes.
Anybody else? Look simple but careful.
Passes through
Only
1.
one answer.
Yes, Luis, so far.
Only one person, or the rest are very confused of what the X is because the question is too simple. Teacher, this is from 5 level. Come on, tell me what's... I got 8 questions. This is only number 3. I still got a lot to go. Come on. Everybody hit the chat. Okay, just try, guys. Come on. Hi, Cikgu Aileen.
Yeah, Teacher Aileen's in the house.
Cikgu Aileen is in the house. Let's
Come
tell
on.
me, what is the X? Luis is very brave. He is the first one to hit the chat box. X equals to 1. But I need to ask. That is the coordinates. Okay? Or somebody say, okay, -1.
-1.
So maybe if that -1 is from the person who's already answered the question. I don't know. Okay? So what is the X?
Oh, here's Zana 1. Not me. Zana.
Zana is not you?
No, it's not me. Student by the name of Zana.
Your fans.
That's my fan.
Yes, that's from your fan crowd.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to go for the question. Everybody are hitting 1, but I'm telling you, please read the question. I said twice, please read the question. Okay? The answer is not 1. X is not 1. Okay? X is not 1. Why? Because just now I purposely, you remember, I highlight the pink word. I highlighted the pink word and I say the coordinates have to be on the curve. I purposely told you this question is a trick question. Okay, this question is a trap question. It's a trap. Okay, every student inside that year will write their 1 here, but unfortunately it is not 1 because they say find the equation of tangent of y equals to x blah 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 that pass through 1. It never mentioned inside the question the 1 is on the curve. It never mentioned in the question that it is on the curve. So this is a trap question, okay? This is a trap question. So what you are going to do is you are going to let x equals to t. Just now Cikgu Zana said it's only 1 word. Just t, any unknown value. It's any unknown value, okay? It can be t, it can be a. You don't put dy, x can already. You can be any values. X equals to something. Next one is we need to know our y. So how to know our y? Our y is x squared plus 2. So what we put in is our t squared plus 2. Okay, t squared plus t. Okay, so we will put it there. Then our coordinates is ready. T squared plus t. Okay, that's our trap question. So don't get trapped, my dear. Don't get trapped during exam. Remember, you have to read the question and make sure that they mention inside the word is the coordinate on the curve. It has to mention on the curve. If they never mention on the curve, that coordinate they gave you is not meant to be used as the coordinate on the curve. Okay? Trap. Right. You could be wondering, why teacher Im give such an easy question and ask us to lower down our standard? Nah, I gave you a trap and you fell into the trap. La 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 la. Okay, so what we are
Okay.
going to have is we are going to put it inside the equation and it is going to be something very special. Okay, it is going to have an unknown with t. So now, how are we going to solve this question with that t? Then is when the coordinate come in. So the equation of the tangent, then 1, 1 come in. Then only the equation come in, and then only the coordinate 1, 1 is useful. Okay, what is it used for? It is used to calculate the t. Okay, so you are going to put it inside there, and then voila, you get the equation. And with this t squared minus 2t equals to 0, you are going to calculate the value of t. Okay, do you understand? If understand, please write in the chat box, understand. Don't get trapped. Those who get trapped, please remember you have this inside your exam. Okay, inside the
Okay.
question they have to write. Do you understand? Okay, please tell me in the chat box. Okay or not?
Are you okay, students? Yes or no?
Yes or no? If not, I'm talking to myself for so long without people understanding. Come on, tell me
Come
in
on.
the chat box. Do you understand? You
Are you all
have
with
to
us?
search. You have to set into the words, okay? Actually, I'm talking because I'm waiting for people to calculate the t, okay?
Yes.
Luis, why?
No.
Why
What?
no? Why no? Tell me why no?
Which part
Why
you don't
no?
understand?
Which part? You have to tell us which part. That's why I say you have to tell us whether you understand or not. Okay?
Yes.
All right. Which part? You type in the chat box which part, and
Can you
then we will
explain further?
explain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luis. Yes, Luis. Can you explain, elaborate where you
Which part?
where teacher Im need to explain again?
Okay, I just go through. If those who understand, please type yes so that I can explain it later to Luis. If those who can understand, please type yes. Okay, so remember the x is something that pass through the value, okay? But it passed through the tangent, but it never touched the curve. So what it actually meant? What it actually meant? Let me just like maybe after I draw the diagram, maybe Luis can understand better. So I don't know whether I can hit the okay, let me
Okay, while teacher Im is preparing, the third digit code is 6. The third digit code is 6. Okay. The third digit code is 6. So you have now the first, second, and third. Okay, many has answered yes.
I just
Quiwi,
lost
yes.
my file. Okay, now mind. I will continue because I have to. Don't know why the file is missing already. The whole thing is missing. Oh no. Oh no. It's a black screen. Why?
Yeah, black. It's a black screen.
Yeah. It's a black screen. I was just like trying to
Explain.
yeah. I got a black screen.
You have to reshare again, is it? Are you sharing
Yeah.
again or?
Trying to share again.
Okay, students, please be patient.
Yeah, because one student. Okay, never mind. It's okay. Don't worry. Be happy. Miss Lim is here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm back here. Oops. Where is my?
Don't forget, students, take note, the third digit code is 6. Yeah.
I am like so stuck. Don't worry, be
Forward.
happy. Oops, oops, oops. Okay, so most of you say you understand, but
Yeah.
okay. I'm so stuck. Oh no. I am like so stuck already. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh no, oh no. I'm happy that most of you understand, but because of one person, I have to show you this. Okay, let me try and see to draw. Because we are using StreamYard, so this one is like very hard to get through. Okay, so for example, okay, red is no good. Okay, don't worry, the rest can just finish calculating. Okay, the rest can just finish calculating. So what we are going to have here is we have a curve. Okay, and then we have a coordinate here. Okay, so what actually happened is we have the curve. Maybe the curve is here, and then the tangent of the curve. Okay, I just change color to get the tangent of the curve. Okay, the tangent of the curve that pass through might have outside. So this, that is a straight line. That is a straight line. So this tangent of this curve at this coordinate pass through this straight line, create a tangent, create a straight line and pass through this coordinate. So this coordinate was not mentioned, it is on the curve. Okay, the tangent is not on the curve, therefore you cannot use that value to calculate your number. All right, so I go back to just now that question, right? So what we have here, your tangent equals to 0, and then you will create two value of t, and you will use the value of t and put inside the y. Okay, I hope you all understand. Let me throw away whatever I have there first. Okay, so you have the equation of tangent as so. Okay, so we are moving on. Let's check our answer. Those who already done, sure will have the answer already. Okay, so now those are y equals to x, and thank you for those who have understand. And I hope Louis understand already. Okay, so now for the fourth question, I have this coordinate, and this fourth question is we have show the tangent of the point. Say the point on the curve. They have to mention on the curve, and then they have give you this equation: makes intercepts equal length. Oh, what is that? Okay, tangent makes the intercept of equal length on the coordinate. So they say they gave you the first clue. Always look for the clue. So what does it mean? Okay, it means that whatever graph that you get, the tangent, okay, because tangent is a straight line, right? The straight line will cut the intercept on same. So that two values there will be exactly the same. Okay, so it will be exactly the same. So that's why we call the tangent cuts the intercept at equal length. So whatever you get is equal there. So it can be this one, this one, this one, or that one. Okay. Now, next thing is it passes through the origin. Another thing, what does it mean? Okay, this is simple. Whatever you calculate, the straight line will cut the zero. Will cut the zero. Okay, it will cut the zero. Okay, next one. Next one is when you have the equation, we need the tangent. Okay, we need the gradient of tangent. So we are going to differentiate this. I'm not going to go through the differentiation. That is the product rule, so which you sure know already. And the gradient of the tangent coordinates because they say on the curve, so I can use this x. It's not a trap this time, don't worry. It says on the x. Okay, so we can use the value and put in, we get the gradient. Okay, so then we are going to put the gradient here, and we will put the coordinate 2 and -2 inside this equation to create the equation of tangent. That's simple, but how do we show that the gradient of tangent cuts to equals length? We need to change this equation into this one. Okay, that's the intersection point. This question automatically are telling you if you put this equation in the format of intersection point, automatic, okay? Automatic, it telling you that it is shown, that it is equal length. Means using this one, it intersect at x equals to 4 and x equals to -4, automatic, this equation will transform to equal length. All right, so that one is done. Let's go for the next question. The next question that says the normal pass through the origin. So this is easy. We need the normal equation of normal, so we will put into the equation of normal, which is -1 there, and then we put it inside here. Okay, the normal equation, and then we calculate. Okay, so when it reach into, you have to rearrange until you get like this, then you confirm that the equation will pass through the origin. Therefore, again, we write shown. Number 4, done. Okay, any problem?
Okay, students,
Oh,
are you
no.
okay?
Yeah, sure,
Are you still with
okay.
us?
This one, that one is that is a simple one. That is question number, just now question number 3, I gave a trap. Question number 4, I don't give traps anymore. We go for this one. This is a 8 marks question where you break into parts, and I'm going to go part by part carefully, okay? So first part of the question, they ask you to prove the dy dx using the implicit method. So I'm not going to go for implicit. Check out Cikgu Zana's implicit class, and we will get the dy dx. Okay, once we get the dy dx, you have proven the answer, and you just type there, proven. Okay, so done. All right, so once you got that already, then we go for the second part of the question where they gave you, again, they say, see, I just now the trap will not mention on the curve, so the other question, they say to the curve at. See, they mention, whenever they mention to the curve, then only you can use the coordinate to calculate your dy dx. Remember that, okay? So now the dy dx is 1/4, and the equation of tangent is as so, right? The equation of tangent is as shown inside the question. All right, so we will have the equation of tangent there. So that will be answer for question B. 4y equals to x plus 6. Okay, right. Let's go for the next word. The next one in question C say, find the coordinates of curve where the line tangent to the curve is vertical. See, just now I mentioned already, when they say vertical means it is telling you that the denominator that we have here is equals to 0. The equation dy dx is undefined. It can be positive infinity or negative infinity, but confirm is undefined. Okay, so what we do is we take the denominator, equals them to 0, and we calculate our y. But remember, the x itself also cannot be -1. If not, this equation will be totally no answer. Okay, so it has to be y equals to -1, but x cannot be -1 from here. Okay, so we take the y and then we fill into our equation here. Okay, we fill into the equation as y equals to -1, and we will calculate our x. Once we calculate our x, we actually have two coordinates. Find the coordinates. Okay, so we have two coordinates. You have to answer. Cikgu Aileen told you last week, you have to answer the question. So there are two coordinates there. You have to put in the coordinates and you will get the answer. Yay. All right, that is question C. And then we will go to question D. Is it possible? This is a simple question. Is it possible that the curve has a horizontal tangent? So you have to know horizontal tangent meant that, and then what will happen is, means the dy dx equals to 0. You will put in dy dx equals to 0, and you will get the answer. Okay, so we have the extension to that, and then we will put in, since the dy x equals to -1, the question say points where they intersect the x-axis. Is it possible? So you have to know when it is at the x-axis, your y equals to 0. Let's put inside this equation, and oh no, when you press the calculator, it is not 5. When it is not 5, therefore you make a conclusion that it will not happen. It is not possible for the curve to have the horizontal tangent, because whatever x that we calculate with the value of y together, when it cuts the x-axis, it could not create what we want inside the equation. So we cannot say it is x equals to 0. Okay, any problem? If
Yes, are you
you
okay?
got problem, then please tell me. All right, let's do question number 6. I have 5 minutes more, and I have questions 6, 7, and 8. So I'm not going to, maybe I will do this one slowly, and because this is going to be a very interesting question, because as you know, question without numbers are something students are very afraid of. Okay, so I'm going to go this slow. I'm not going to rush through this question. And question 7 and 8, I will make a video for it, and you will tonight, maybe, and then you will get the answer for question 7 and 8. I promise you. Okay, so in this part of the question, so you have your equation, you have your x, you have a y, show that the point lies on the curve. See the word on the curve, and they want you to prove this. So what we are going to do is we are going to put in the x and put in the y inside our equation here. And then carefully, I will factorize out the b squared and the a squared and the 2t. And I will remember the 2t has a squared. That's why it has to have 4t squared. I will take it all out. And what is balanced is just this part here and this part here with the square. Okay, with the square. Then I will expand this, okay, using the expansion, and I will get 4t squared. Right. Once I got my 4t squared, and then I will finish up the equation. Okay, I will simplify these two, and I will get an answer as shown. Okay, so that will be what they ask us to show. Okay, I'm going to do carefully for the second part of the question. They ask you to show the equation of tangent for this curve at this point, and this point looks very scary. So let's see how we are going to do it. Okay, P lies on the curve of this point, and the implicit of this equation is something like this. Okay, I'm going to differentiate this. B squared and A squared, don't be worried about it because it is actually a number. Okay, it looks scary, but it is actually a number. So you just put it there. Okay, so x squared, you differentiate, you get 2x. So I will write it nicely. And y squared, I differentiate, I got 2y. Because of the y, when we do implicit, we have dy dx. Okay, so now our differentiation, our dy dx is ready after I rearrange the whole thing. Okay, now that I have that, the gradient is ready as so, but the coordinates are not. Okay, so we are going to put it in very carefully. This gradient has the x and the y, and this scary x and this scary y. Voila! Oh my God, it is going to go big. Okay, so what I did is whatever I have my x here, this is the x, I copy down. Wherever I have my y here, whatever this y, I copy down. Ooh, scary. All right, scary. So now that I have my b squared, thank you, Zana. I hope you really understand. So b squared, and I have the equation there. All right, I have the equation there. I'm going to go to the next slide. Okay, right? I'm going to go to the next slide, and carefully I'm going to alternate this, go to the top, right? So the denominator will be on top and the numerator here will be at the bottom. Okay, then I see what I can simplify. I simplify off, so 2t will go away, bye bye 2t, and then a squared and a will simplify, so I get something like this. All right, so that is my dy dx. Okay, the equation, and I'm finally sure the equation of tangent, right? So the equation of tangent, I'm going to put in the coordinates and the gradient into something this scary, okay? It's going to be there. So what happened? Same formula, the y I copy here, the gradient that I receive, I put there. Ooh, scary. X minus, so x minus the coordinate of x is all there. And it doesn't look exactly the same like what I have there. No. So I need to arrange that carefully. Okay, so I'm going to arrange that very, very carefully. What I'm going to do first is I take this denominator, I multiply with the y, and I take this denominator, I multiply with the x, and I will rearrange this part here. Okay, so when I get this already, looks scary, but nothing to worry. You have me here, and I'm going to do this very, very carefully for you. What I'm going to happen is I'm going to take this whole thing and I'm going to send it over to the left-hand side so that I can simplify it. Okay, so this one will be the numerator and this numerator will become the denominator. Okay, so I'm very carefully shift this thing over and I left with this part. Okay, so now this 2t, bye-bye again, 2t, so I will get something. So I copy this whole thing over here, and I copy this whole denominator over here. All right, nothing to be scary of. This is going to be simplified, okay? So how I do that? I take this whole thing, I multiply with the top part, blah, 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 and I take this whole thing, and I multiply with this part. Ooh, I got it on a straight line beautifully, and I'm going to arrange it into that part in a moment. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so just now that whole line is there. So what I'm going to do next? Oh, what I did. Do you have any idea what I did? I just shift everything because I want my equation to be able to be simplified. So what I did is I bring this whole thing over there. Okay, and then ta-da! This one and this one I factorize out. This one I expand and I will get this one. Okay, very, very carefully. This one have to be very careful because there's so many unknown and I know students hate unknown. That's why I want to explain this. Okay, now one more step. So I notice that the 2t are there. So I just divide it nicely. And then voila, the answer is out. Yay! And don't you think this question deserves me a like? You know, I spent 20 minutes to type this question, of course, to carefully arrange the answer for you. And then it is there. Give me a like for that, and I hope I understand. If you don't understand, just go through the video again and see the step one by one, how I arrange and how I pull it all over. I know I promise you got 2 more questions. I'm going to get the videos for you out as soon as possible, and I will give it to you in the channel. So hit the subscription. So if the subscription is free, name only subscription, okay, is free. Okay, whenever you log in into YouTube, Google, you will get the subscription for free. Okay, goodbye. That's all from me. 2 more questions. I will make a video for that for you. And then I promise, that is my promise to you. But you want to know when it comes out, hit the subscription box. All right, so I'll see you next time. Bye.
Okay.
Back to you, Cikgu Zana. The last code is 7. Okay, the
Yeah,
last
the
code.
last code
If not,
is
they
7.
cannot get the present from me. Okay.
Okay, right,
All right.
right.
I will
Okay.
see you. Oh,
Okay,
it's okay, Luis. Don't worry. Don't worry
so,
about it, Luis. No worries at all. Anybody don't understand also have right, because this is a free tuition. Although it's free, it is going to be just like a tuition online, paid online tuition class. Okay, no worries
okay.
at all. If you don't understand, hit the chat box and I will explain to you personally. Okay,
Okay, all
bye.
right. So with God's grace, we have reached the end of today's lesson. Thank you, Teacher Im, for such a lively and very informative lesson. It was well explained. Congratulations to those who have able to follow this class from the beginning till the end. Okay, students, let's thank Teacher Im by clicking the subscribe button and activate the icon bell so that you will not miss the next class. And also don't forget to hit the like button, okay? The like button, please hit it. Once you have done this, don't forget to type done so that I want to see whether you have been listening to us too. Please type done on the chat box. Okay, thank you, Jiaying. You are very responsive, Jiaying. Okay, right. The certificate link, Madam Rosmaya, is it in the chat box? Yeah, so the certificate link is already in the chat box, and even the code is already in the chat box together with the link to claim the credits. Okay, it's already in the chat box too. So this certificate link, only the certificate link will last half an hour after this live class. So make sure to use the EDD email only, okay, to log in, because incorrect email use will not be entertained. So please check whether you have used the email EDD. Okay, if you wish to get more information on the online classes, go to www.academyyoutuber.com. And to those who haven't joined EDD Junior Telegram, please do so. Right. So once again, I would like to thank all the wonderful students for joining today's class. Thank you for being an IU supporter. You are awesome. Feel free to share this free tuition class to your friends and teachers all over Malaysia. This is a collective effort from all the teachers throughout Malaysia for all the students throughout the country. So don't forget to join our class next week, Saturday at 5 p.m. And the lesson next week will be on application of differentiation, that is stationary points. Right. Till we meet again, ingat hashtag bermula percuma selamanya percuma. Assalamualaikum. Stay safe and be safe, students. Bye. Goodbye.
Tuition online percuma. Tuition online percuma. Layari www.academyyoutuber bagi mengikuti tuition online secara percuma. Prasekolah, sekolah rendah, sekolah menengah, semua ada di Akademi YouTuber. Rujuk jadual di laman sesawang www.academyyoutuber.com. Semoga masa terluang anak-anak anda diisi dengan sebaiknya. Tuition online percuma, mestilah Akademi YouTuber.
Dibawakan kepada anda oleh Akademi YouTuber.